So it's December, and if you're from the West like me, obviously December is a month of celebration, but not this year, and I'll tell you why. So it all started quite innocently at the beginning of December. One night I was brushing the old teeth there. I went to spit out the water as you normally do, and it kind of like dribbled out down my chin. And it looked a bit disgusting. I thought, oh, what's happened there? That's not quite right. There's something wrong with my mouth. Maybe I've got an abscess or something. I'm gonna have to have that checked out by the dentist. But by the next day, I wasn't going to the dentist. I was going as an emergency admission to the local hospital. Luckily, I have got some form of insurance for this whole episode. Got more and more expensive. But the first thing was to get down to the hospital. They took one look at me, and the first thing they thought was that I'd had a stroke. So they took me for an MRI scan on the brain. Good news was they found the brain, so the MRI scan was definitely working. And the even better news that the doctor told me at that point is, we don't think you've had a stroke, but what we do think you've had is an attack of Bell's palsy. Now, I didn't know too much about Bell's palsy at the time. It's meant to be a nerve injury, and it's meant to be that the nerves become compressed and therefore can't take the message from the brain to the various parts of the face to get those to move. So there's a lack of movement on one half of the face, which I think you can probably see, and a slightly more lopsided look. Now, I wasn't actually an oil painting before this happened to me, I must point that out. And the prognosis is that most people, 70% up, do make a full recovery from that, but it's a long process. So the doc said you're likely to have some form of problem for about the next 3 months or more, especially as you're a bit on the older side. Gave me loads of drugs to take, sent me back home. I was advised to get some tape and actually tape the eyelid down for sleeping, so they didn't dry out. When you're going out during the day, wear a mask over the eye. I also suffer from glaucoma, so they gave me some steroids, and I had to go back to check the pressure on the eye because steroids increase the pressure. The pressure behind my eye is too much anyway, so there was another visit to the hospital to adjust that. After 2 weeks, I was feeling a lot brighter, and we got as far as Christmas Eve, in fact. Christmas Eve, a good friend who's been keeping in contact with me while I've been unwell, I was going to pop down to his place, give a Christmas gift from a friend there, and then go out for some Christmas Eve dinner. Once again, fate decided to intervene. Oh no. I left my friend after delivering the gift, had to get on public transport, and the traffic was so jammed. Christmas Eve in a holiday resort in Thailand, well, of course it's going to be busy. The driver of the BART bus, the Songtao out here, said enough is enough, all the passengers have got to get off, this bus ain't going nowhere. And then I tried to get a Grab or a Bolt taxi. The wait time was ridiculous, but eventually I got one to say he was going to pick me up. The only thing he did say is, can't pick you up from exactly where you are because there's taxi mafia there. You're just going to have to walk about 50 metres up to sois being little sub-roads or alleys, and I'll pick you up on the corner there, and off we will go. I thought, fair enough. I'm strolling down the road, and if you've ever been to Thailand, Bangkok or any of the resorts, you'll know that some of the sidewalks and pavements, they're not the best maintained at times. It was my own fault though, I wasn't paying attention and I twisted my ankle on a displaced paving stone. Immediately heard 2 loud cracks, and it wasn't a Christmas cracker that was making that noise. And I thought, that doesn't sound good. And as I looked down, there was already a lump developing just below the ankle, and I was in a lot of pain actually. I still waited for the taxi. What else could you do? But I said to the taxi, don't take me to the restaurant I was going to, take me down to the hospital. Another emergency admission, same hospital. They probably recognised me. If I had a loyalty card down there, I'd be getting bonus points at the moment. Straight in for an x-ray, and the x-ray showed that I'd broken 2 bones in the foot. This time is going to be 3 weeks on crutches, and then see whether it's healed up from there in. So once again, I'm going to be putting my feet up for New Year's Eve. There's nothing else you can do, but it's actually stopped me making YouTube videos. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know in the comments section below. I don't know what's going to happen next, but if there's anything exciting, I'll keep you informed. Meanwhile, with my newly repaired face, keep smiling. Happy New Year.